Hello, so this is going to be a video that talks about the shadow side of each zodiac sign, starting with Aries. And what we have is the card Today for Tomorrow. So I got a couple of impressions from this. One of them is make sure that the choices that you make today are setting you up for a stable future. Also, there is a feeling that some of you may have um, how do I put this? Robbed Peter to pay Paul. Does that make sense? I can't remember how the saying goes. Some of you may have made some transactions that you may wind up regretting because they may forfeit, is the word I'm hearing, your future as you see it now. If you are not careful and make sure that everything that you're doing is with integrity. I really feel this like strongly because there's like this dualistic nature. There's a good side and a bad side. And I mean, they both have to coexist, but are they setting you up for a steady future? Are you compromising your integrity in hopes of something better tomorrow that may even fall through? Or vice versa, because there's also the feeling of secrets, okay? And it may be about some sort of bond. It could be a partnership, or a marriage or something like that. Could have to do with romance, or it could have to do with children, or even creative projects for some of you. But I feel like whatever this is, because I'll be honest with you, I feel like you've put yourself in a compromising situation. And I feel as if, you know, this is something you can work on with somebody together if you're willing to take the steps. So that is the reading for Aries. And now we're going to go on to Taurus. For Taurus, we got the card fragmentation. And I'm going to be honest with you, while I was drawing the card, I heard the word freak. I don't know if you call yourself a freak or if other people call you a freak. I don't know what this is about. But I also have this feeling that you have, okay, so it can be that you feel broken in some way. But I feel like there's more to it. I feel like you're a prism. It's like you're so multifaceted that sometimes you don't even understand yourself. Um, I also heard fragmented reality, but that could just be word association. I'm just going to tell you that. But there's some sort of transformation that maybe people don't understand or that you don't understand. I also heard that you're not getting all the facts. You may be basing your decisions on a belief system, and that belief system is incorrect. You have this belief system because you were fed incorrect information, or you took it upon yourself to put a label on something incorrectly. That's kind of the feeling that I get. You're the key to fixing the problem. It's not someone else. It's about, taking responsibility. That's what I'm hearing, whatever this is. I'm going to see if I see anything else or feel anything else from this. I almost feel as if you don't even know what to do anymore. Like, it's almost like you're walking through life in a haze. But the good side of it is, it does look like, especially if you're an intuitive, which Tauruses often are, your spiritual, like telepathy and psychic abilities are extremely heightened. So, of course, that's going to make you appear a bit weird. But just because you have these abilities does not mean that you cannot be tricked, okay? I just want you to remember that. And that doesn't make you less of a person or less gifted. So let's go on now to Leo. It looks like Leo got the same card, I think, as Aries got. This is another one of those situations where you compromised yourself. Something that you did to make things better in the past is haunting you today or will be haunting you soon. So it's telling you to live with integrity and make sure that you're using choices and you're acting from a place of love, um, not a place of fear or resentment or bitterness. It's saying that there's something that you can do, that you can work together and take steps if you're willing to do it. This may have something to do with romance, children, or creativity. Um, what do I feel for Leo on this one? I'm going to see if there's anything different that I'm noticing. Somebody got framed. And I don't know if you did that because the way this card came out, that somebody got framed and you're aware of it. If you didn't do it, you're aware of it. Um, so there needs to be a compromise. If you want to see a stable future, you're going to have to take the steps to work together with someone to take care of this issue. Just like with what I said with Aries, this is some kind of secret that's been going on. You may have been in a secret partnership even. What else? You're trying to forecast what's going to happen in the future and it's screwing up your today. That's what I just heard. So I want you to be careful and mindful of that and try to live more in the moment, because I feel as if your integrity, your lifestyle, your happiness, and your stability count on it. So let's move on now to Cancer. For Cancer, I tried to pull one card, but these two refused not to come out. So we're going to talk about it. This could have to do with a marriage or your public reputation and your self-esteem and or your finances. And this is talking about you keeping yourself stuck in anger and chains because of your ego being bruised. That's honestly what it's saying. It's talking about having to get out of that reality because you've pretty much obliterated yourself in some shape or form in order to save your pride. Some of you could have gone through a breakup. I also get that, like, you're trying to distract yourself for whatever reason, and it may have something to do with your roots, your family, your home, your stability, even though I'm not seeing that. I mean, in words or whatever, it could have something to do with that for some of you. I also feel like you're not seeing things clearly at all, not even a little bit clearly. I don't know if it's, honestly, I don't think that somebody's misguiding you even. Well, they may be misguiding you, but if they are, you know the truth, but your ego is standing in the way of being able to move forward. And I don't mean that to be mean, but that's what I see here. And we all deal with that sometimes when we feel, we get self-righteous sometimes. We know we're right and I'm going to make these people suffer and, that kind of thing. So there's something here about that where you're keeping yourself trapped in your pride. Some of you could be looking back over your life, feeling a little bit sad also. But like I said, yeah, there was a lot of lying that was going on. I want some of you to be careful too, to avoid things like food poisoning, that kind of stuff, because I kind of see that energy a little bit here too, for whatever reason. You may have stomach issues, or you may have even gotten the virus, some of you. I just feel like you're blocking opportunities. You can't see the truth because you're too caught up in this marriage or in this public reputation. And it's affecting your self-worth. It's affecting your finances. but you won't get yourself out of gridlock for whatever that means. All right, so let's move on now to Leo. Well, Leo, your cards are Triumph of Lies and Forgetting Oneself. And I tried to pull one card for you, but two came out. So this has to do with how you see yourself or how others see you because of shared resources, a will, inheritance, a settlement, a transformation, an ending, a rebirth. I don't know. It could be any of that kind of stuff. But some of you lied about a settlement, or you lied about shared resources, or you lied about a death, or an ending, or a rebirth, or taxes, or something along those lines. Think underworld type of energy here. I'm seeing it just clear as day. You're wearing a mask to keep the crown on. But you know that you're telling lies. And what it's telling me here is, like, you may have gotten a victory by telling lies, but you're forgetting who you are and where you came from and what you've been through. Meaning, I guess I'm trying to say a lack of empathy. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I notice anything else. I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's harder for me to see. But I feel like those words are clear enough without even looking further into the card. I feel like you have a very fuzzy view of reality. And again, I don't know you, so don't think I'm mad. This is what I'm seeing from the cards. Um, your self-image, you're very, and that, I mean, that's a Leo thing too. Your self-image has a lot to do with it. Some of you may be trying to, what's the word? Look like something that you're not, act like something that you're not, trying to be something better than what you are. Not that that's bad, because I mean, we should try to be better all the time, of course, but that's the feeling that I get. I feel like the lies have mounted up so much that you don't even know what the truth is anymore. Now, this could be you or this could be someone else, but this is supposed to be about you. Okay, I'm going to let that go. I apologize. That wasn't a very nice one, but that's what it says. And so now we'll go on to Virgo. For Virgo, your shadow side is coming up as envious gluttony. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this is a situation where you don't want to admit to yourself just how envious you are or were about someone else or their situation. And it's eating you up inside spiritually. This is a rotten card. I'm just going to be honest with you. It has a rotten feel to it. Like, this is where if you get envious, that you can be downright just grotesquely vengeful. And it's all because of your belief system of the other person or the other, opinion or whatever this is. It's like you're one of those people, you'd wait in a dark corner for somebody and trip them up, so to speak. You know what I mean? Though that may not be literal. But your envy is eating you up inside, and it's causing you not to be able to see your own worth and your own value and your own gifts because you're so busy staring at everybody else's. I also get this feeling that your envy has gotten to the point that you don't do anything. You feel entitled. I'm not talking about in every situation, but there is a situation where you've gotten that way, where you think you don't have to do anything. I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this card. I'm just going to say be careful. Watch your deep, deep envious feelings, especially if they're on a subconscious level or cause you to sabotage yourself or other people. Okay. And then we'll go on to Libra. For Libra, you got the card of revenge, and I feel like you've gotten so caught up in revenge that you've forsaken yourself. It could have something to do with children, romance, or creativity, but this is what I feel. You've gone dark in some aspect of your life, probably the ones that I just described, because you're so vengeful that now you aren't even willing to do the right thing. Um, because you feel as if, you're justified in whatever you're doing and you don't care who it hurts because you feel hurt or betrayed or whatever. And this is the other thing I'm going to tell you. It could just be that you have a different belief system than somebody else and they don't see it as a betrayal or anything like that, but you do. Or it could be that they truly did do something. Either way, it doesn't matter. Revenge never, never turns sweet. You hear that it does, but I promise you it doesn't. Especially because time has a way of bringing it back on you. That person whose toes you stepped on may be the butt you're kissing later on, as they say. So I would be very careful about that. But I really do feel like you've gotten self-destructive in your need for revenge, and now you may be finding yourself feeling very lonely and outcast. So now we're going to move on to Scorpio. For Scorpio, your shadow side is coming up as hiding your true self. This also is the number 5 card, which is romance, creativity, or children. Maybe you're pretending to be someone else in front of your children, or because of your children, or because of a romantic situation, or because of a creative project, whatever it is. There are 2 sides to you, and there are sides of you that you are not proud of, and you try to cover up. The problem with this is it causes a feeling of duplicity. It causes a feeling of blocked chakras, even blocked energy flow, inability to be creative because you're trying so hard. You've got to learn to let things flow. Stop trying to hide who you are. You have to also see that both sides of you are beautiful, even if they're not beautiful to everyone in the world, because nobody is that way. Like the most beautiful person in the world, somebody would find something ugly about them, whether that's physically ugly or emotionally ugly, whatever. This is where you have to actually accept both sides of yourself and stop trying to hide one or the other. For some of you, it could be about same-sex relationships because there are 2 women here. You're hiding what you're passionate about. Let me see if I can see anything else in this card while I'm looking. Yeah, you don't want a light to be shown on who your true self is. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that because that's what I feel. And we're going to go on now to Sagittarius. Wait. Yes. For Sagittarius, we've got naked before the stars. This also has to do with a belief system. It could be body image issues. It's talking about being proud of who you are. But I also have to tell you, I get a feeling for some of you, this is talking about sexual addiction too. So just be mindful of that kind of stuff. But for most people, this is about are you body shaming yourself? Or is somebody body shaming you? Um, are you proud of what you see in the mirror? Is the other thing that I hear. Are you proud of what you have accomplished? Or um, basically, like I said, what's looking back at you in the mirror? Are you proud of that? And if not, take steps to change it. Some of you may have some kind of like inferiority complex as well, meaning that you compare yourself to other people too much. And that's the shadow side that you need to deal with. Because there's something about self-acceptance here. And for some, again, this can be about sexuality for some. But for most, I feel like it's just understand there's no such thing as perfection. Accept yourself as you are, okay? And then now we're going to go on to Capricorn. For Capricorn, I don't even remember what this card says in the book, but you got artificial heart. It's a number 3. Are you communicating falsely that you care about someone or something? Because that's kind of the feeling that I get. Or it may be that there's been a situation where you feel like you just can't feel anymore. And I've been there before, so I'm not saying anything bad. Trust me, I've been there. Sometimes when things have gotten so far, you just feel like you just lose the emotion. You lose the care. You be careful not to fall into a depression. And if you are in a depression, start asking yourself why. Do things that wake you up and help you feel alive again. Even if it seems weird to other people, do it anyway. False pretenses has something to do with sharing. I don't know. That's the words that I heard and what I saw. Some of you may have even like fake tears. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you, though, have been through just a lot of trauma to the point that it's got you kind of like in a zombie state. So this is talking about pulling yourself up out of that state and doing something with your life that brings back the joy, that brings back the heart. Also could be talking about work with your heart chakra, okay? So rose quartz, malachite, any like pink or green crystals are really good for the heart chakra, just so you know if you're interested in that. Of course, you can also take care of your literal heart with exercise and low-fat foods and things like that. So that's what I have for you. And then let's go to Aquarius. I just realized that I left out Gemini. I think I did some out of order. I apologize for that. So I'll come to Gemini next. Anyway, this is for Aquarius. Aquarius, you got obsession. Who are you obsessed with? Who are you watching? Who are you spying on? because that's the feeling that I'm getting. For some of you, this could have to do with communication, or it could have something to do with siblings. Could be anything like that. Contracts, agreements, negotiations. But I feel like you are stalking somebody in some sort of way. I mean, you could literally be stalking them, but, you know, I feel like you've gotten so obsessed with whatever this situation is, whether it's stalking or just can't let something go. It's like, you got to make a choice. Are you going to go for it, or are you just going to keep staring? You know what I mean? You got to make a choice. You got to do something. You can't just sit there in an obsessive state. You've got to move on, whether that's towards somebody or away from somebody. But you've got to make the decision, and you've got to make it final and just go. Be done with it. I almost feel like you're trying to find justification for something, and it's only going to lead to more heartache. So do what you know is right, okay? And then let's go on to Pisces. Pisces, you got Masquerade, and I don't remember what this card was about either, but for some of you, this has to do with your health, your daily duties, your daily routine. Could be something like that. You may be trying to cover up a health issue or an issue that happened as it relates to your daily duties. Or this also could be that you are feeling as if you have to put on a false front when it comes to when it comes to your health or your job or your daily duties or whatever. You don't feel free to be yourself. You feel encased, trapped, like you can't be yourself. Whether it has to do with those places or things or not, you're feeling as if you can't be yourself. You're feeling as if the world is not happy with you as you are. And that is something that you need to work on right now, because it is affecting your health. It is affecting your jobs. You need to go into your flow and find the opportunities that flow with your energy, not fight it. And then let's go on to Gemini, who I think I left out. Sorry about that, Geminis. Oh my goodness, Gemini. You got the card Parasite. Who are you leeching on to? Because this kind of feels like, when I say this, I'm trying to put it in the nicest terms I can, but remember, we're talking about shadow sides. Those are ugly. Typically. This may be about a job, or it could be because of your public reputation, either way. But there's somebody that you're draining, but you're giving nothing in return. All you're doing is taking, or maybe they're doing this to you, but this is about you. The card was supposed to be about your shadow side. So, what are you giving back? How are you showing people that you care? What are you giving them in return for their efforts or for the resources that they give to you? Also, this could talk about, if it's not that, some of you may be dealing with health issues that involve parasites. Just know that. And if so, I feel like you're supposed to use a more natural type of medicine. It's just the feeling I get. It's going to work better for you. Okay, the other thing I got here is, this is a theme in your life, whatever this means. This is a theme where it's all about what can I get, and not about what can I give or what can we share. Okay? So that's the shadow side that you need to be dealing with now. So if you like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to leave a donation, there will be a link for that below in the description box, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, guys. Have a good one.